What's up, Taiwan? I'm Yvonne with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. A labor union at Taiwan's biggest airport says it has reached a deal to avoid a strike during the busy Lunar New Year period. Ground crew working for the Taoyuan International Airport Service Company had considered walking out because of pay disputes. The firm employs 2,400 people and handles about 70% of ground crew that work at the airport. Talks between the company and the workers' union broke down last week, but on Wednesday, the union said it had reached an agreement with the company. The company has not yet released a statement. For the last 3 days, Taoyuan Airport has been grappling with a separate strike by staff working for EVA Air, Taiwan's second biggest airline. That dispute has not been resolved. Taipei's new mayor has vowed to reverse years of population decline and bring people back to Taiwan's capital. He also intends to encourage more residents to have children by giving out more subsidies known as baby bonuses. Ryan Kilpatrick has this report.
Taipei is shrinking. 5 years ago, close to 2.7 million people called the national capital their home. But today, that number has dropped to below 2.5 million. Taipei's newly elected mayor, Jiang Wan'an, has vowed to reverse this trend. That's why he's offering to increase Taiwan's so-called baby bonuses, financial incentives for those who have children. The amount he plans to provide to new parents in the capital will be the highest in the nation. But a reaction to the announcement has been mixed. Out on the streets of Taipei, people said this alone wouldn't be enough to make them want to have children.
不会耶，毕竟一开始只有4万嘛，但是后续的花费还是一笔蛮大的。不会。
为什么不会？重点是后面养育啊，不是一开始的那个津贴这样子。
Rights activists say that the solution needs to address more systematic aspects involved in raising children and go much further than just throwing cash at the issue.
第一个，你要必须在制度上就是支持男性要参与照顾，再来公共托育的比例是要必须在短期内快速的拉上来，再来就是友善职场的改革，政府能够推动所谓的弹性请假的制度。
Taiwan is currently facing a population crisis. From January to November of 2022, only around 126,000 babies were born in the country. But Taipei's population problems are about more than just a decreasing birth rate. It's also to do with how much it costs to live there. Other cities like Taichung, which has lower property prices and cost of living, have seen populations increase in recent years. With this in mind, it may take more than just a handful of monetary incentives to convince the people of Taipei to have more children, or for those outside the northern capital to relocate there. Ryan Kilpatrick for TaiwanPlus.
To find out the reasons behind Taiwan's falling birth rate, reporter Eric Gao spoke with Alice Zheng, a research fellow with Academia Sinica.
According to government figures, Taiwan's birth rate shrank by roughly 9% last year. What was behind this sudden drop in the first 11 months of 2022?
So first of all, it's the 12-year zodiac cycle. So last year was the year of tiger, and we've seen from the past several decades, for every 12 years there's a fertility dip during the tiger year, and then there will be a gradual raise in fertility in rabbit year in the that follows the dragon the tiger year, and when it hits the dragon year there's a fertility hump. And the second of all, it's the pandemic effect. So the global pandemic over the 2-3 years has really caused the so-called baby bust instead of the baby boom. And this is largely due to the uncertainties that are caused by this pandemic.
So Taiwan's population already began shrinking starting in 2020, and as we see, the birth rate has been declining ever since. What part of society are we expecting to see these effects first and most strongly?
First of all, I think the demand for childcare might be declining, though the government is still trying to expand the supply of high quality public childcare. I think this is still the right direction because our the public childcare supply in Taiwan is extremely low. So I think pushing further on this front is correct. But the thing is, there are fewer babies, so fewer demand for childcare. That's for sure. Then is the shrinking cohort for elementary school enrollment, and 30 years later, it will be smaller workforce. That's what you can expect because of the low birth rate. Yeah.
So according to the United Nations research, they found that the best way to boost birth rates and fertility rates is to provide universal childcare services. As you mentioned, Taiwan is working to provide more quality healthcare, childcare, but is Taiwan going to go for universal?
I think increasing the supply of public childcare is truly a right direction to go. And then try to find a way to lower the per head cost of preschool childcare or childcare for children under 3 years of age. These are very important because that's the important factor that really caused a lot of employed mothers who decided to go for fewer children or to stop after one child because they really have to, there's basically a trade-off between keeping your job or having more children.
That was Eric Gao speaking with Academia Sinica Research Fellow Alice Zheng. Taiwan's government is set to hand out cash to the general public after the Lunar New Year. Taiwan collected close to $15 billion in excess tax revenue for 2022. Now, Premier Su Zhen-Chang says that nearly a third of that amount will be given back to the public. It comes just days after President Taoyuan said the government would not be distributing cash handouts. Eligible recipients will receive around $200 each after the Lunar New Year holiday. More money will also be made available for people from mid to low-income households.
希望地方政府赶快作业，最快能够在农历过年前，让低收入户每人750块，中低收入户每人500块的家花能够每个月入账。
Taiwanese dance troupe Cloud Gate will stage performances of its famous work Legacy this spring. Audiences will get an added bonus with rhythm provided by renowned percussionist Zhu Zongqing. Jeremy Olivier has the story on how the collaboration came about.
Can you feel the rhythm? Percussionist Zhu Zongqing can. The leader of Taiwan's renowned Zhu percussion group is picking up the sticks again after 6 years. The reason? An invitation from Cloud Gate founder Lin Huaimin for a collaboration. Cloud Gate, an internationally acclaimed dance troupe, is reviving one of its best-known works, Legacy, which turns 50 this year. Zhu accepted the invitation in a beat.
林老师写简讯给我的时候，我马上就怕他后悔。中间也讲打鼓嘛，哈，就我说很想很期待这样。
For his part, Lin says the decision to work with the famous drummer was a no-brainer.
非常高兴啊，这回演出能够把朱宗庆拖下水。朱宗庆是一个非常有计划、有规格、有魄力的人。
The opportunity is a big boost for Zhu at a low time for his ensemble. In December, a fire destroyed a warehouse where Zhu Percussion stored their instruments and scenery. It was a devastating loss, but Zhu holds on to hope for the future.
困难总是有，那前面的前方我们要有些重建计划的时候，就勇敢往前走哈。这种力量，在打这个时候心情好像蛮像的。这么巧是给我力量的一个作品。
It's a powerful reminder that even the darkest clouds can have a silver lining. Patrick Chen and Jeremy Olivier for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally today, we leave you with images of artists in Iraq painting murals on street walls. I'm Yvonne Yang. Take care and see you next time.